Hey everyone, how are you doing today? You have Mike here, and today we get to bring you something truly amazing. So a little while back we made a video asking for your help on building some assistive devices for people, who are disabled, people in a wheelchair. There's lots of people out there who suffer these, disabilities and really kind of have a hard time to maintain their tanks. So we did get talking to a couple of our subscribers. And one in particular, Brian, who actually built a aquarium stand that is wheelchair accessible. Now there are lots of cool features and modifications in this aquarium stand that we're going to cover here today. But before I get started into that, I do want to give a big thank you to Kyle's Wild World, where he's seen this video and kind of shared it with his subscribers. And that's how we actually got Brian to come over. So a big thanks to Kyle. Kyle also did build us something really cool that we are going to put in another video as well. But for this specific video, we're going to cover the aquarium stand. So Brian's been working on this stand now for probably about a good 2 months, slowly going over it and coming up with different things, trying to find out different sliders to work. He really did take the time and put a lot of work into this. Now, right from the get-go, Brian, he's not a YouTuber. I think this has kind of motivated him in order to make a couple more videos. He wants to make another stand like this and kind of do more of like a step-by-step way of doing it, which I think is really great because I've actually adapted some of these modifications to my stand, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, I just want to highlight the video that Brian made for us. And we'll show you a couple little clips from it, and I highly suggest that you guys go and take a look at this yourself. But some of the modifications in this are absolutely amazing. To start out with, we have the sliding doors. Now, why sliding doors are very important in an accessible stand is because a wheelchair, if the door opens, is probably going to hit your wheelchair, and it's not going to allow you to get in to the tank. So having sliding doors on an aquarium stand, in this situation, it's really great. Now, a couple other modifications that he's put into it as well is the slider for the canister filter. Now, this is a great feature because I know even with myself having a hard time to reach in and pull out, extending away from my body is really hard for me to do. So if it's really hard for me to do, there's a lot more people in worse situations than I am. So this would definitely help. Being able to pull it out. Now I have a dolly where I easily pull out my canister filter and then I slide it onto the dolly, and that allows me to maneuver it around. So having a slider, absolutely awesome. Another thing that he has incorporated is the power. Now power is very important in your aquarium stand because you want easy access to it to turn it off. Now, if you can get down on the floor and underneath something and reach and pull out a plug, that's okay for you. But if you can't, this is a problem that we all face. So what he has done here is something really genius, and he has built a power system right inside of his fish tank stand and put a power bar on a slider. So let's take a look at that.
Okay, here we go. I'm sitting in a chair that's 19 inches tall. I don't have the wheelchair anymore to be able to do it from the wheelchair, but this chair I'm sitting in, which is your average dinner chair, for your table is 19 inches, and that's the same height as a wheelchair. So that way I know I can get in and do everything based on it, and I'm sitting far enough back that the footrest should be able to sit right here, and you won't have to worry about falling out of your chair even if you use your footrest. Alright, so the first thing, I have to put the knobs on this still, but is this side here, like I showed you in the last video, but now it's got a filter on it. So in order to get this out, all you gotta do is pull it out like that. You can disconnect it and get it cleaned. You don't have to bend real far over to get it, at least not far enough that you run the risk of falling out of your chair. It's at a nice comfortable position, should be able to lift. Alright, and then I just put it back. Now over on this side, again, we have the slide out electrical, which I don't have a timer set on this yet, but I'll put a timer on this for the lights. Along with I'll have a spot for my heater to be plugged in and a secondary filter if I need it. But in order to shut everything off, All you have to do is flip that switch for the power strip and it turns everything off.
So I really don't want to give you all the details of all the modifications that he has done to the tank. I really want to encourage you to go and take a look at this video for yourself. Subscribe to Brian, and look forward to these new videos that are coming where he's going to give a little more in-depth detail. So come and take a look at the aquarium stand modification that I made using Brian's video as a reference. Alright, so here is a tank modification that I've made for mine. As you can see, I do have a pull-out slider, and this here basically allows me to just very easily drop it on the dolly. Now, one cool thing that Brian had on his, he had a handle to help pull it. I'm actually going to put something like that on this as well. I think that was a great idea. I thought just being able to pull it out with the canister filter was going to work as well. But it's just a little bit harder. So I think that's something that I'm going to put on it. But this here is a really cool modification. I totally never thought about this. So I do want to thank you very much, Brian, for helping out with these ideas, because this is something that can really help a lot of people here. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you guys all have yourself a great day.